About security for members of Congress. The only reason the Capitol Police were here today is because Representative Steve Scalise is one of 9 legislators who gets this kind of security detail because of his rank. And thank goodness they were here today. WUSA 9's Scott Broom has been talking to some congressional members, and Scott, they've been concerned about this possibility before this happened.
Well, this goes back to the attack on Gabby Giffords and even back to assaults here on Capitol Hill back into the 90s. As you know, Leslie, from being around Washington, and everybody else knows from driving by here, security is very tight here on Capitol Hill. It's tight right now, but when members go off the reservation, they are frequently on their own, which does surprise a lot of people. The Capitol complex, as we saw today, protected by firepower, roadblocks, screening at all the doors, but security like this does not travel for the majority of members of Congress and the Senate, and here's how people reacted to that today.
And it comes to a shock to me that they don't have a detail. From the justices to the senators to the congressmen. Man, you got to do is look on the lapel and you can tell if they're a senator or a congressman. And it scares me for them.
I think there could be increased security. They have a very high position in our government, and I think they are certainly due more security, yes.
I guess in today's day and age you would expect them to have some type of security, but it's not surprising, and I'm hoping at some point I'm hoping that we won't get to the point where they do need security once they're off post, off site.
Invited to 9 members of the House and the Senate. That'd be the Speaker of the House, the majority and minority leaders of both houses, and the whips. That adds up to only 8 members. Capitol Police are assigned to members who have been subjected to specific threats on an as-needed basis, and that does occur on occasion. Many members will have local police on hand at events in their home districts, but those are arrangements members make on their own with individual police departments. There are at least 2 members here in Congress who are on record saying they carry guns in their home districts. One, Jason Chaffetz of Utah, the other Representative Dave Weichert of Washington, who used to be a sheriff, so he's pretty comfortable around firearms. Supreme Court justices, by the way, have no security outside their complex. Justice Stephen Breyer, for instance, was robbed in 2012 by a machete-wielding man at a vacation home in the Virgin Islands. Now, the Democratic baseball team, which was going to play the Republicans, I checked the roster. None of the members of that team and group are in the top leadership. That presumes they would have had no security at their gatherings leading up to this game tomorrow night. I, in fact, overheard a pair of Capitol Police officers discussing that today and sort of marveling about that fact, because the Democrats, had the attack occurred at a practice similar to the Republican practice today, might not have had Capitol Police officers on hand to start fighting back. There'll be a big discussion about this on Capitol Hill as things move forward. Reporting live on Capitol Hill, Scott Broom, WUSA 9.
Yeah, these members of Congress need to balance a fine line between approachability and security. Senator Jeff Flake here from Arizona, one of the multiple